Hello everyone. For today's mobility flow, we're going to start in child's pose. So we're going to find our mat. We're going to bring our toes together and our knees nice and wide. First, going to start by taking a nice deep breath in, finding a long spine. And then as we exhale through that long spine, folding forward, walking forward through each fingertip, and then gently dropping the chest down. You can put your forehead down onto the ground. Don't be too close to the microphone. And while we're here, breathing. So taking a nice deep inhale through your nose. And then as you exhale, also through your nose, think about bringing your armpits down to the ground. On our next deep inhale, I want you to bring attention to your hips and thinking about your hips pulling back as your hands push down into the floor. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, finding length, finding space. One last deep inhale and exhale, find a little bit more space. As we inhale, we're going to start to rise. We're going to bring our hands forward. We're going to lift our hips, bring our knees in, and then we're going to take our right leg and bring it up to the top of the mat. We're going to take this half lunge position here, just leaning forward into that right leg, feeling a nice stretch in the inner right thigh and through the left hip flexor rather, squeezing that left hip or left glute and pushing down. Taking one more nice deep breath here, deep inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to scooch our back foot back and our knee, and then we're going to slowly extend our front leg. From here, we're going to sit all the way down. Now this position could be a little bit uncomfortable, so you can reset your hips. You can also sit up onto a block or onto a pillow if you're doing this at home and don't have yoga blocks, fold a towel or a blanket. We're going to keep our right leg nice and engaged here. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we do, sitting up nice and tall. Then as we exhale, we're just going to lean forward, shoulders leaning forward. Maybe you bring your hands down. Maybe your hands just touch the floor. Maybe your hands reach out for your shins, or maybe they reach all the way out and forward. This is about as far as I can go, and that's okay. Always finding the space that's available in your body at the time that you're doing your mobility flows. As always, the most important thing is to focus in on our breathing. We're going to take one more nice deep breath here. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. As we inhale, we're going to rise up. And then we're going to take our right foot and we're going to bend it so that our right foot is flat onto the floor. And we're going to place our hands behind. So we're going to do this half bridge variation, and the intent here is to stretch out our left quad. So as we inhale, we'll find space. And as we exhale, we're going to lift our hips up. Thinking about if we had like a light on our left hip, we're going to try and shine it forward. Maybe shifting a little bit of weight onto that left side and pushing that left hip up. Try not to let it drop down. Try and think about pushing that left hip straight up. Continuing to breathe here, pushing down into the right foot as well. Taking two more breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, and out through the nose, slowly dropping those hips as we exhale. From here, extending out our right leg and bringing our left leg all the way around, and we're going to find that figure four shape that I love so much. And we're going to cross our right foot over top of our left thigh. Then from here, we're going to bend the right foot all the way up, taking a seated figure four position here. You can use your hands behind you to support, fingertips facing forward. Thinking about our left knee, pushing that knee forward, pushing down into that right foot that's on the ground, flexing our left toes. Notice our posture. See if we can't lift up, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Taking a nice deep breath in, and as we do, pushing that left knee forward. Taking one more nice deep breath in, finding space, sitting up nice and tall, pushing that left knee forward, feeling that stretch in the deep left hip. Exhale. From here, I'm just going to scooch forward, travel back a little bit, and we're going to keep this position and slowly lower all the way down onto our backs. Holding outside of the left knee and also on the outside of the left foot, pulling that leg in and then extending our right leg long on the floor. From here, gently just rocking. Maybe rocking the leg out and in, finding all different ranges of motion of our hip, maybe gently bending and straightening. Maybe gently drawing that lower leg nice and close towards our chest. Now from here, we're going to take our right hand that's on our left foot, and we're going to pull away from our knee. You're going to feel a nice stretch all the way down this left leg, outer thigh. Maybe you close your eyes. Take one more breath here. Slowly draw that leg back in. We're going to bend the right leg, and we're going to place the left foot on top of that right knee. Arms can go wide, and then we're going to drop our right knee towards the left, using our left foot to help stretch out the right quad. So gentle activation in that right leg, pushing down into the ground. Arms can both go wide here. Continue to take some deep breaths. Two more breaths. Pushing that left heel into that right knee, one last breath. As we inhale, we'll bring those legs back up. With our left hand, we're going to reach the outside of our left foot, and we're going to take a half happy baby. So we want to think about pulling our knee down to the ground, opening up our hip. Drawing that left foot straight down to the ground. Pushing the right foot down into the ground as well. Again, sometimes a nice rocking motion helps when our muscles are tight. Taking one more breath. From here, we're going to draw both knees into our chest. We're gently going to rock forward. So you can gently rock back and forth. Some folks like this to massage the spine, or we can just sit back up. We are going to meet together in child's pose. Might need to scoot your hips back to find that spot on your mat. So again, our toes are together, our knees are apart. Take a nice deep breath in to start. And then as we exhale, walking those fingertips forward again. Again, really thinking about sending the hips back here. As you pull the back of the hips towards the back of the room and then reach your hands forward, naturally your chest will want to drop down a little bit further towards the floor. Allowing the arms to be slightly active here. Thinking about gripping the floor with your fingertips and trying to pull it all the way back. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. One more breath, deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. We'll inhale, sit up nice and tall. Rocking forward and then placing that left foot to the top of our mat and just leaning forward again here. Squeezing that right glute, pushing that right hip point down towards the ground. Using our body weight over our left thigh. Taking one more breath here. Taking an inhale to prep. And then as we exhale, tucking the toes and scooching that right knee back just an inch or two and extending our left leg. And then we're going to sit all the way down to the ground. Again, you might need to move this right knee out to the side. Goal here is to sit down onto this right hip. Again, using any types of props or accessories, blocks, pillows or folded blankets for home. We'll inhale, nice and tall, left leg is active, our toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, and we'll slowly fold forward, walking our fingertips forward. Again, if the fingers just come down to the ground, that's okay, or you can reach them as far as your body will allow you. Thinking about drawing the shoulder blades down the back as you lean forward, reaching your chin down towards your shin. 2 more breaths. One more breath, deep inhale. And exhale. We'll slowly walk our hands back. Draw our left foot in, bring our hands behind, and on a nice deep inhale, we're going to push our hips up towards the ceiling. Thinking about this right hip point, reaching straight up towards the sky, stretching out that right quad, pushing the left foot firmly into the ground. Our arms are supporting us here. Maybe shifting a little bit more weight over towards that right side. Taking one more nice deep breath here. And then as we exhale, slowly lowering all the way down. Straightening out our left leg, wrapping our right leg all the way around. Maybe scooching forward on your mat just an inch. And taking that our right leg and folding it over the left leg for our figure 4, bending the left leg. Lots of lefts and rights. From here, sitting up nice and tall, placing our hands behind us. Thinking about our right knee pushing forward to the top of the mat, flexing those toes on the right side, but also pushing down into our left foot. Try not to round the spine here. You might not feel much of a stretch here. Really push down through the floor and extend all the way from the hips through to the crown of your head. Continuing to breathe, pushing that knee forward, deep inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. Maybe scooching those hips forward, and as we exhale, lowering all the way down. Holding on to the outside of that right foot and knee and extending the left leg long. From here, again, gently rocking that leg from side to side, maybe straightening, finding whatever movement is available for you and also comfortable for you. Maybe explore a different range of motion that you don't typically experience. Rotation. And then from here, we're going to take our left hand that's holding onto our right foot and reach it over to the left side. Again, one side might have a little bit more availability than the other, and that's okay. Right arm can go out to the side. Feeling that nice stretch all the way on the outside of that right thigh. One more breath. Slowly coming all the way back up. We're going to bend our left foot, place our right foot on top of that knee. Arms go wide, and we're going to drop that left knee over to the right, using a little bit of force from our right foot to stretch out that left quad, also a little bit of that hip flexor. Taking 2 more breaths here. Allow that left leg to relax. Maybe think about your knee pushing forward. One last breath. On our next inhale, we'll draw the legs back up, and then we'll reach our right foot to the outside, or reach our right hand to the outside of that right foot, drawing down for our half happy baby. Pushing the left foot down into the floor, but pulling our right foot back, our right knee back and down towards the floor. Feel our hips start to open. Again, finding that range of motion in that right knee that is available to you. Maybe you straighten a little bit, or maybe you bend a little bit. That's okay. Just pull that right shoulder down and in. One more nice deep breath. From here, we'll draw the right knee in towards our chest and then the left. Maybe gently rocking from side to side this time. And when you're ready, you'll rock forward. And that is it for today's mobility flow.